I'm Roxie with Roxie's Broadway Breakdown. Welcome back to my channel where it's always about musical theater. So if you like that, don't forget to click and subscribe. And today I want to talk about pitch and trying to find pitch. If you think you're shooting over the note and you're sharp, or you're just under the note and you think you're flat, there are different exercises to help you find that. A few months ago, a ways back, I did a video about bubbling or trilling, an exercise to help you get on pitch. I utilized it in a song. I will link that below. But now I'm going to give you some extra tips on how to help you find those notes and get on top of those notes. There's always a really good, you can always cover your ear and you immediately hear your own voice in your head. And that will definitely help you, like, go, oh, yeah, I am off. Like, I'm not right on top of that note. But breath support is crucial in staying on pitch. That trilling exercise really forces you to utilize your diaphragm, which is why it's such a good exercise. And it forces you to utilize breath support, engage your diaphragm, and that's why it's such a good exercise to help you stay on pitch with notes. So take a look at that video. But that's really when you do start having pitch problems. Most likely it is a breathing problem. You start going flat when you're not breathing properly and you just can't hit those notes, or you might overshoot a note if you're going sharp. Usually going sharp might be a cracking problem. But at any case, you want to like relax here and relax your throat and relax that jaw, but engage and tighten up that diaphragm and that breathing so that this is tight, your core is tight, but all this is relaxed and this is open so that you're not straining any of this, okay? This is not what should be tight and strained, because that's when you are going to get that kind of tight, flat notes. If you push it from here, that's when you're going to get those nice like right on top of the note, instead of right under the note. Okay, and then you close all of this off and all of this off. If you open, that's when you get those nice round tones. So that's what I'm saying. Everything's relaxed and open rather than shoved and tight and squinched. Okay, so that makes a big difference. And then you obviously have to warm up. Warming your voice up is very, very important. So when you're doing scales, whether you take lessons or you're just doing your own scales, but doing a round of different consonants and vowels, whether it's ma, 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 or nee, 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 or nine, 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 or loo, 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 whatever you do up and down those scales, but it warms your tongue up, it warms your mouth up, it gets all those kind of, nerves and muscles going, and all those different consonants will help you warm up and get things going. And all those different vowels and consonants get placed at different places in your head and your tongue. And because different notes, and obviously the lower or higher you go, you have to visualize where those notes are going. Because some notes, obviously the lower you are, you have to be more relaxed through here. But then the higher, is it coming through here? Is it coming through here? Or the higher notes coming back here? So you have to kind of visualize. You really do have to visualize where you're singing, if that makes sense. You can always do that exercise where you kind of toss out your voice. You're really not singing a note, but you're tossing it out like, woo, woo. And that's just kind of, it's like it's relaxing your voice, but it's like throwing that note out or throwing that sound out to kind of get that feeling of projection. Woo! Woo! Okay? Because you're getting that tossed out feeling and going forward, that projection going forward. You can also just hum like, and you're getting that like humming through here, and then you can see like, oh, okay, I'm like, am I on that note with just a hum? And then when I open my mouth up and I'm breathing, like, then I'm on that note. I'm on that pitch perfectly. I'm on top of that note. Then the more you practice all those kinds of exercises, it starts to become muscle memory. Then you know, like, you have an ear for it. Like, I'm on pitch. You can also, if you have an audition coming up and you have a song that you need to know and it needs to be perfect for your audition, you can always record yourself and you can play it back for yourself. You can play it for a friend. I would not play it for somebody you're auditioning against because they may be very biased. They may say, you sound great. And, you know, I mean, that's just me. I would never play it for somebody I'm auditioning against. You know, just play it for somebody you trust, somebody who has an ear for singing and will give you their honest opinion, but also be willing to take their critique and the notes. Because if they say, yeah, you sound a little off in this place, or yeah, this part does, maybe you might want to work on that. I mean, don't be offended. I mean, you obviously asked them for their help. You asked them to take a listen and see if there were any places that needed work. So if they give you their opinion and say, yeah, this does sound kind of wonky, then go back and work on that part of the song, because you want to do well in the audition or whatever, you know, you need the song for, whether it's a performance or what have you. So then go back and work on that. I don't think if you trusted that person, they wouldn't have told you, yeah, that sounded odd or off for no reason. If you trust them and they tell you you sound great, then you sound great. Then that's fine. But those are just a few things to keep in mind when working on pitch. You know, some singers just have an innate, like, great sense of pitch, and they're always on. They are great at harmony, they're great at pitch, and, you know, if you're one of those people, great. I am not. I'm always working on my pitch. When I'm singing, I'm always like, does that sound right? You know, somebody has to pluck it out for me. It's like, oh, yeah, okay. You know, so some singers just are always working on it, making sure they're not under or over. It's a work in progress. All right, I hope that helped. Don't forget to click and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next.